talk about Pomona.
Let's talk about Pomona.
So
Have you been to Pomona?
So how does this city? I know it's the suburb of LA. Like, how does this relate to the music scene in LA? It's like,
You know what? It really doesn't. I think the only reason why there's a music scene here is because there was cheap rent back in the day, and we've all capitalized on that. But no, Pomona has its history. This was the Hollywood before Hollywood. Back in the day, you would see people like Desi Arnaz, Lucille Ball, Bob Hope, people like that. They would come out here to the golf courses, and they would perform. And then we had a little something called the riots back in the 60s. And once that happened, and people out there burned all their houses down and their neighborhood down, then all the more well-to-do people that lived out here in Pomona kind of migrated that way and told them to come over here and live in public housing. So it's kind of not been a destination for a very long time. But we definitely stick out like a sore thumb out here. For us to be able to farm a lot of music from a pretty desolate, poor neighborhood, it's I don't know, it's pretty impressive. Yeah, oddly enough, Pomona is now becoming a destination. I mean, because we're sitting here in this old downtown area that used to be all dirt roads, used to have horse and carriage driving down the street. And then it just became a ghost town. I mean, our history, when we opened our doors 17 years ago, we were the only business here, and we were the only reason for people to come. And so I think as time went on, people saw the potential of what could be. And so since then, we've probably got, I don't know, probably like a dozen bars now. We've got a handful of venues, and people actually pack these streets every weekend now. So.
But I knew there was only one or two songs, right? Yeah, like.
Contestology! Contestology, like all the greats that have come before us, like crushing bones between your teeth. Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, misfits of all ages, welcome to the most vile, the most deplorable, the most corruptible sideshow the world has ever seen. Tonight, on this very stage, I will be picking one lucky lady of the audience to get up close and personal with me. I will do this for your utter shock, your utter amazement, your utter awe. Everything you see tonight on stage is real. Ladies, please hold up your hands if you are over 18 and have never kissed a girl before and want to kiss me. Awesome. Sweet.
So you guys ready to go in?
Yeah.
Any questions? No? Okay, also I do have your presents for you inside. When you get your stuff signed, you have one item signed. Again, this is just simply because we are under time restriction, because we couldn't get you guys in at noon. So, you can have one item signed. It doesn't have to be posted, or it can be whatever you would like. And what you want to do is get your item signed, and then we'll take the picture first. So get your item signed, and then you guys can either go back up to the front stage or go and get merch, okay?
You didn't have blue spoons.
So, are you going to be out here?
Out here? I will be. Do you need me in there?
If any of these people come in,
Absolutely.
you want to just check them off?
Yeah.
Listen.
Here we go. Yeah, all good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we got a few different phases. I mean, you got your baby bands. Those are obviously people that are trying to make it right now, and they're doing their due diligence and paying their dues to try to climb the ladder. Then you got your bands that are a little bit more established. That'd be the next level up. And then maybe they can only do like a certain market, you know, locally around here, we got the Triangle, which we call California, Nevada, and Arizona. You might have bands that are, you know, popular in regions, and then we got national and we've got international bands that come here. So, you know, it could be anywhere from some gutter punk band that you'll never hear of, all the way up to, you know, as I mentioned before, somebody like the White Stripes. Or Queens of the Stone Age. Or I've been doing this way too long. I can't even remember bands anymore. But no, we get a lot of top-notch bands, and I mean, especially because the Glass House is under the parent company of Golden Voice, which is the founding company that started the Coachella Festival. So a lot of times around Coachella season, which we're getting ready to come up on, the 2012 edition, you know, we're going to get people like Pulp to come and play. We're going to get the Arctic Monkeys. We're going to get the Hives. So we're going to get bands like that. So we get a lot of we get them from everywhere.
Now, do you see any bands that you never heard of, and then all of a sudden they like automatically skyrocketed the next?
You know what? One good example that we have was back in the day. I'm sure everybody's heard of a band called Jimmy Eat World. They're out of Arizona. And a lot of times what we like to do is we're really, really into the music. I mean, you know, obviously every business is in business to make a profit, but I mean, our hearts are really, really into farming a lot of bands. So Jimmy Eat World being one of them, we used to bring them out quite often, probably every 6 to 8 weeks when they were first starting out. And they couldn't fill up the room for the life of them, and they would get frustrated. But we'd say, keep coming out, keep working this thing. And we grew their audience to a sold-out audience, which graduated them to being able to join the Warped Tour. And then, you know, once they hit radio, it took off for them. But, you know, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But, yeah, you definitely want to develop relationships with these bands. You definitely want to instill in them, you know, some confidence that, hey, you know, we believe in what you're doing. You're doing something a lot more different than all these cookie cutter bands. So we want to see you go somewhere, so we'll do our best to assist you in that.
Are there days that you just want to call in sick because you know it's not going to be a fun day?
Absolutely, absolutely. And the first band that comes to mind is Gwar. I love those guys. They're great guys. I'm sorry, Gwar, but your production is a pain in the ass. No, we get instant gratification. You know, the band comes in, we set up, they play that night. We get to see the reactions of you know, the crowd, and everybody leaves happy. You know, there's no you know, post editing or anything. We get it in real time, so that's really fun. And every show is a different challenge. Every band has different production. You know, as they like to customize their show depending on what it is that they're doing. But yeah, so let's sound check an acoustic song since you guys are already.
You want us to do one of our own songs?
You play whatever you play, but yeah, do your songs.